Hello everyone and welcome to my second video. Today I'm going to be talking about adjusting nutrition through coronavirus. So I'm going to build on some of the topics I talked about last week with my healthy eating video. So first thing I'm going to start with again is vitamins and minerals. So as mentioned last week, vitamins and minerals are essential to keeping the body healthy and functioning properly. There's a few key vitamins and minerals which have been shown to boost the immune system, which obviously during the time we're in now with coronavirus, you want your immune system to be as strong as possible and help you fight off any illness and infection. So these immune boosting vitamins and minerals are vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, and selenium. And I'm going to give you some examples of foods that you can find them in. So vitamin A you can find in oily fish, milk and yogurt, yellow, red, and green leafy veg. So that's a few examples. Vitamin C you can find in oranges, orange juice, red and green peppers, and strawberries. Vitamin D, oily fish, red meat, egg yolks, and of course, as I mentioned last week, sunlight is the best way to get vitamin D. So especially at the moment, make the most of the nice weather, get outside, 10-15 minutes in the sun is enough to obtain vitamin D. And then selenium you can find in Brazil nuts, eggs, meat, and fish. Another mineral I want to talk about is calcium. So this isn't to do with the immune system. This is on a separate note. But as a lot of you, well, obviously you're not swimming at the moment, so you're not in the pool. You'll probably be doing other types of exercise, such as running, walking, Jordan's S&C sessions, and maybe your own home workouts. And you might find that these are more weight-bearing exercises. So what this means is that all the pressure is going through your joints. So compared to in a swimming pool, where the water takes away that pressure and it becomes non-weight bearing, all other kind of exercises, as I mentioned, such as walking, running, jumping, anything like that, that will put pressure through your bones and joints. As your bodies aren't used to this is why you might want to increase your calcium intake, just to help build up your bones a bit more and help repair them after an exercise session. Sources of calcium are milk, yogurt, cheese, fortified foods, so such as cereals. Often white bread is fortified with calcium, and also vegan foods, so milk alternatives will have calcium in them. Next topic I'm going to talk about is overall food consumption. So last week I touched a bit about portion sizes, kind of what you should aim for, and that obviously each one's individual to each person. Again, so that applies, again, keep your portion sizes individual to you. But what we want to say is with food consumption overall, you probably will find you don't need to change it much during this time. So even though you might think, hold on, I'm not at the pool, I'm not training twice a day, you hopefully should still be keeping active. So a lot of you will be doing Jordan's strength and conditioning sessions. You should also be doing other kind of exercise. So that might be, as I said, walking, cycling, running, your own home workouts, dancing, even just walking, move around the house, doing household jobs. That will still be keeping you active. Therefore, you are utilizing energy. If you are utilizing energy, you therefore need to replace it. And the way you do this is through eating food. Also, you need to remember that at some point, hopefully soon, you will be returning to the swimming pool. You will be going back to your normal training routine, which is for some of you twice a day. And also you might be doing some of your own things at home as well when you go back. Therefore, you want to maintain the lean muscle mass you have. If you change your diet dramatically during this time, you may find that you lose lean muscle mass. Obviously, then when you do go back to training, your performance could be hindered if your body composition has changed drastically. So as I said before, try and keep your food consumption pretty much the same as what you were doing before swimming pools and training were, postponed, because you are still keeping active. If you are worried that your home workouts aren't quite demanding as much energy as when you go swimming, so if you find that they're shorter in duration, that you're just not getting as much of a workout from them, and you're worried that the things you eat might be too much for what you're doing, then you can obviously make some small changes to your diet. Overall, as I said, try and keep it roughly the same, but you can do small changes such as make your portion size slightly smaller. So you could replace, a spoonful of pasta with extra veg, because veg still has carbohydrates, but slightly less than, for example, pasta. You can also try and maybe limit a snack. So say, for example, you have 3 snacks a day. If you feel that you don't need all this energy, then maybe take out one snack. So find the best time to take one out and just take that out of your diet for now, if you feel you don't need that. The overall aim essentially is to maintain weight during this time. So as I said, when you go back to swimming, your performance hopefully won't be hindered as a result of weight change. So what we call this is an energy balance. So essentially that means energy in, so that's what you take in through food, will equal energy out, and that's what you use during exercise and just general day-to-day activity. Weight loss is when energy in is less than energy out. So the things you're eating, you're not eating enough for the activity you do. And then weight gain is the other way around. So you're eating a lot more than what you're actually using. So as I said, you want that balance. And hopefully you've already found that through, years of training and kind of knowing what food works for you and what's right. Something which Ellen and I have been trialing out with the National Performance Squad, which is who we primarily work with, is a software called Nutritics. So during our first year at university, Ellen and I used Nutritics for one of our modules, our sport nutrition module. And essentially what it does is it analyses all the foods you eat in a day, all the activity you do, and then it does all these calculations for you and produces results showing whether you're eating enough for what you do. So as I said, we're currently trialling that out with the NPS squad. It's actually quite surprising what we found so far. So even though they're not swimming and training is obviously completely different, it is shorter in duration, a lot of them are actually under eating. So as I said, it is important to maintain your normal diet, because you might find that actually you're still using a lot of energy despite not training. Next topic I'm going to talk about is snacking. So as I said last week, snacking is really good for you, and it's a good way to keep your energy levels up between meals, especially if you are being active. It can help you, if you keep your hunger at a nice level, then it means you won't eat massive portions for your main meals. However, the downside to the situation we're finding ourselves in at the moment, where obviously we're all at home, is that it's very easy to snack whenever we want. So obviously when you're at school, at uni, at work, you can't just stand up, halfway through a lesson or halfway through a meeting and go and get a snack. Whereas when you're at home, you can just, leave the room, go to the kitchen, get a snack easily without anyone questioning it, really. So I think it's important to remember that, even though you are at home, remember that you don't have to go to the snack drawer all the time. Try and put yourself almost in a situation as if you weren't at home again. So think, hold on, would I actually go and get a snack now if I wasn't, at home the whole time? It's also important to avoid boredom snacking. So that is quite common, and a lot of people are finding they're doing it at the moment. So obviously we're at home 24/7. We might leave the house, to go food shopping or go do some exercise. But apart from that, we are at home. And so you might find, especially now with Easter holidays, you might not be doing as much schoolwork or work. So you have a lot more time in your hands, and you might find that you get bored at home, so you go think, oh, how will I pass the time? I'm going to go to the snack drawer. However, this isn't always obviously the best option, because you might find you eat a lot more during the day because you are just getting bored and going, I'll pass the time by eating a snack. So I think next time you get hungry between meals, it's important to actually check in with yourself and think, actually, am I hungry or am I just bored? If you're not quite sure, then maybe try putting your mind to something else for 10 minutes. So maybe go outside, if you have a garden, go outside in the garden for a bit, 10 minutes, maybe do some exercise, watch a bit of TV, play a game. Just see if actually it is just boredom or whether you are actually hungry. Obviously, if you are still hungry after those 10 minutes, go and get a snack. It's also quite common that thirst is mistaken for hunger. So I think also it's important to, if you find yourself getting hungry a lot more, to actually think, hold on, am I thirsty? So have I drunk, in the past 20 minutes, half an hour? Maybe have a sip of water, a glass of water, and then see if that gets rid of your hunger. And Obviously, if it is still there, then you know you do need to eat something. If you do go for a snack, maybe try and go for lower calorie option snacks. So this is if you're having multiple snacks a day. Obviously, if it's, you know, one snack, two snacks, then keep it as it is. But if you find you are eating a lot more snacks, then obviously choose lower calorie options. Also ones maybe higher in protein, just to keep you fuller for longer. So some examples of this are popcorn, high protein yogurt, again some toast with peanut butter or something, fruit and rice cakes. They're all quite good examples of small snacks just to keep you going without being too unhealthy. Final point to talk about today, I think it's important during this time with coronavirus and things. It's a rare opportunity that we are all at home as a family. I know, you know, with me, my family, we're all out at work at different times, university. Like, we don't get to have sit down meals often, and this is actually the one time that we've been able to have sit down meals, and it's been really nice to socialise with the family and catch up and see each other. So I think it's good to actually make use of this time. And also, you know, this is probably for all you swimmers out there, this is probably the one time in your life that you won't be rushing out in the morning, getting up early to go train, and then getting home from, as I say, school, work, and then having to rush out again for evening training. You can actually relax with your family, and as I said, enjoy those family meal times, you know, because it is a rare opportunity at the moment. I think also with your family, maybe try and come up with some new recipe ideas, try some new meals together. You can discuss this over a meal. You know, it's a good way to, you know, make chat to decide what meals you want, what your favourite foods are. And what you can also do is, for the older athletes and parents, you can use this time to teach maybe younger siblings, younger athletes, or even just the whole family, teach them, you know, how to cook certain meals, or, as I said, your favourite meals. And yeah, this is the time to make use of it while you've got this time to, you know, sit down, talk about what you're going to eat, cook together, and then actually eat it together. So definitely try and take advantage of that while it lasts. Also, if any of you do have any good recipe ideas, please feel free to put them up on the Facebook page, leave them as a comment on this video, because I'm sure other people would like to see them and see what you guys, like, any good recipes you have. So that's all I want to discuss today. Just a nice short and sweet one today, because obviously I touched on most of the points last week, so this is just kind of adjusting it a bit, as I said, in terms of coronavirus. I can't see any questions have come in. Obviously, if you do have any questions relating to this video, then please feel free to comment and I will get back to you. And please remember to sign in again next Monday at 6 for Ellen's talk, and I will also be back next Wednesday. Thank you all for watching. Bye.